Yo, what's up, LA Sparks Weekly fans? Michael Matthew here with the one and only DJ Treacy Trees. She's back.
I am back, y'all.
Hey, we are here inside the crypto.comarena where the Sparks look to make it 2 straight, DJ, to go into the break. This will be the first back-to-back wins they get of the season.
Yep.
How great would it be? They're coming off of winning 92-88 against the Connecticut Sun. The offense looked lights out. Let's see if they can carry it over today against a tough Washington Mystics team. DJ, what is it going to take for the Sparks to pick up this win?
It's going to take a whole lot of defense and a whole lot of offense. I know that sounds crazy, but the Sparks are going to have to play really flawless on both sides of the ball. We talking about Sonia Citron. We talking about Kiki Iriafen is back in California right now on her home turf. We're also talking about Slim, who just got snubbed for All-Stars.
Crazy.
You know, her and Azare were just having a casual chat. I'm not sure what that was about, but we can all imagine. The All-Star weekend is coming up this weekend. We got to get this win. It's a must-win for us.
They got to get this dub, but I really like what we've seen, especially these last 3 games. Rakia Jackson has scored in double figures the last 3. This last game, she came out early, 17 points in the first half. What do you want to see from her tonight, and why do you think she's been so successful as of late?
You know, I think she's been successful because we saw her talking trash, right? It was the clips. It was her saying, who's soft? You saw, and then she posted on the story. She was even talking after with old girl saying, who was weak? The person who lost today. So we need Rakia to be in her villain era.
Man,
I think she's stepping into her villain era. We're seeing her turn the page, not be afraid to be the bad guy, play more aggressive. And you were saying that early in the season. Who's going to be that girl? And I think Rakia is that girl.
And they need somebody. I like it. The villain era for Rakia. I'm like, we're going to have to let her know. We need you to be in that bag. But she's looking good. She's getting to her mid-range shot, attacking the rim very strong. She's not just settling outside and sitting and waiting for threes, so I think that's really helped, and she's balling out. But another big help, I think, too, what she's doing and what all of the starting offense is doing is Julie Aleman. You know, last year, Reagan Peebly, the GM, told us, hey, I really like this point guard. She knows what she's doing, and she's looking a little CP3-ish, Chris Paul-ish, how she's leading this starting unit, getting people in their spots and helping create space for the offense. And that's why KP last game said she went off. What have you seen from Julie Aleman?
You know, I've never been so happy to see somebody score no points. Julie Aleman be doing everything, but we don't need but scoring, and that's cool because she is filling in the gaps on so many areas that we had moving, right? She's passing the ball better, protecting it so we have less turnovers. She's spreading the ball around so we can get 3-point shots from every spot on the floor. Julie Aleman is really like that secret, like sauce.
Secret
weapon, feel me? If you take her out, she don't really have that much of an offensive, push, but she did get some steals, some timely stops. I like Julie Aleman all around.
She stuffs the stat sheet, but I just like the fact that it allows KP, we don't need you to initiate offense. We don't need you to bring the ball up. You get in your bag, score points, what she was able to do late in the game. I know they're going to try to make it tough for her, but what does KP have to do to make it back-to-back games where she's able to score 20+ and help the Sparks pick up a win?
KP has to do what she going to the All-Star game to do. Shoot that 3 ball. KP, let it fly. I mean, as many times as you can. You're going to have to shoot against these girls because if you don't shoot, they going to shoot. We need to make sure it's on site every time. I want KP to shoot that 3-point. I don't even care if it's a half mid look, good look. I believe that much in KP tonight.
And before the game tonight, you had Coach Glenn Roberts talk about Ray Burrell. You had Rakia talk about Ray Burrell. She has been an energizer bunny is what I call her. And Coach agreed just how important are her minutes because last game she came in right away. Like she damn near fighting with a girl on the other team, running the floor, doing a lot of things to help the Sparks be successful. What's your thoughts on Ray Burrell and how she can help the team?
You know, Ray Burrell is that one-of-a-kind player. She has great energy on and off the court. In the locker room, she's that same spark. So you need a girl to come off the bench or, I mean, just come off of being on break or whatever, just being out of the game, and come with an offensive spark immediately. As soon as Ray Burrell her number gets called, she's sprinting to the sidelines, y'all. Watch from home. She is not taking no time. She is running to get in the game as fast as she can to make an impact. I expect her to do a lot more of that tonight.
And she's a player that brings that spark on the court, off the court. They say in the lobby, wherever they are, it's Ray Burrell that's keeping them turned up. But it's a big one tonight. Like I said before, Sparks looking to make it 2 straight, get to 8-14. Of course, we're going to be here after the game. But before we go, we have to give you that player that we believe that's going to help us win tonight. Who do you got as your player of the game today?
I got Azarae Z. Stevens. I think her and Slim have a lot to prove tonight.
Okay.
They need to let the WNBA know that they made a huge mistake because those two players are all-stars. I think they're going to get it back in blood today. Azarae.
All right, Azarae Stevens coming off of 21 in 11 games.
Yeah.
Balling. And she said, I don't do this for the media.
Nope.
I don't do this for nobody else but my family, my team, and myself. Let's go and get it.
Yep.
For me, I'm going to go with Rakia, man. I think that Rakia is going to make it 4 straight games, double figures. She is going to be somebody that last game she started off really fast and kind of like slowed down because the defense wanted to make sure they were more aggressive on her. I think tonight she's just going to hoop another 15-plus points to help this team win. Her, Azarae, behind us, Dearica, KP, and Julie, both Julies. I think Van Loo is going to bounce back tonight.
Honestly, anybody else could go off.
No, yeah, it's going to be a game where the Sparks know how serious this is. They want to prove that they can make the playoffs, and this is where that journey starts. So I believe they're going to make it happen. So, hey, stay with us. We'll see you after the game. Michael Treese, hey, let's go Sparks.
Let's go.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
This is mine. How we doing?
Hi, Coach. Erin Gormar with the LA Times. You know, Kiki's always been such a physical player. In what ways have you seen something new you've learned about her game since she's adjusted to the pros?
I don't know. I don't know if she's. I don't know if there's anything new. I think she's just done a tremendous job of adapting and adjusting to the pros. The size, the physicality. I mean, playing against her in college, she was always big and strong and athletic and explosive, and I think she's just kind of taken that to another level. Her ability to, if she catches it deep and doesn't have to dribble much, you can't really stop it just because she's strong and athletic. But she's doing a really good job of attacking, getting to the free throw line and using that just God-given natural ability. So yeah, I just think she's done a tremendous job of adapting to being a pro. She had the body and the physical traits and the skill, and she's done a good job.
Hey, Coach. Over the last couple games, it feels like you've really attached Plum and Hamby's minutes together a lot. I'm wondering what the logic is, and then what you're hoping to get out of the offense when the two of them are sitting.
I don't know if it's been the last few games. Maybe that's just coincidental that they've been out at the same time. Those are our two leading scorers. So you want to try to get them, and I think they're almost like siblings in terms of they've played together for so much. They're such good friends. They're like sisters in that way. So they do have that chemistry, and you can see it on the court. We're still, I feel like a broken record, but with our kind of roster, people in and out, and new, and all the things, it's been hard to kind of get a rotation that's been. We're still figuring it out. So to the second part of your question of what do we do when they're out together, I think we have, enough, obviously, but I feel like I'm still learning the best rotation right now with the 10 that we have.
Hey, Coach, last game, you can kind of see a lot more player movement and just the energy looked like it was much increased. How much does the return of Ray Burrell help with that? She's like the Energizer Bunny, just running, going crazy. Yeah.
She sure
how
is.
much does she help just bringing that energy to make the other players to say, hey, we need to match that?
Yeah, it's been, she is the Energizer Bunny in the locker room, on the court, in the hallway, at lunch, wherever it is. She brings life and energy, which is nice, and it's been great to look, when it's time to sub, to put her in and know that she's going to bring the energy level up. So and she is so athletic, and she puts pressure on the rim. She can attack, and since she's been back, we've been playing a little bit of a smaller lineup too, moving Rakia to play the 4 spot a little bit, and then that's just basically 4 guards, which enables us to play with a little bit more pace in the half court, and I think that's probably what you're seeing.
Hey, Coach, Jackie Ray TV. I had a chance to talk to Emma last week, and she said the thing that impresses her most about you is your ability to really keep everyone locked in and encourage them despite the hard season, and that everyone's buying into the system. To hear that the players are still buying in even despite the hard start, how does that make you feel?
That's great to hear. I think I've been blessed to get this group. We've got a lot of talent and stars and all the things, and they've been great. They're eager to get this thing where we all want it to be. And I think for us, and for me particularly, it's just to stay steady and not get too high or too low. And I know I've said that before, and I think, that is who I am. And I think they're seeing that that's authentic and genuine, but I believe in them, and I really do. And so it's genuine. And so when I think they feel that, the confidence that I have in them, and I can be intense and demand, but I think they know that I love them too.
Coach Johnny B. Davis with the Southern California News Group. This is the 7th time this season that you're going to have a chance to start a winning streak here. What would it mean to you to end this first half on a winning streak and then pick up that 8th win, which would then equal last year's season total?
Yeah, I mean, if we can do that before the All-Star break, that would be a great accomplishment, considering what we've kind of been through. According to the metrics, we've had the hardest strength of schedule in the league as well. We've played Minnesota 4 times already, just to mention a few things. But it'd be great. And again, we're trying to stay one at a time. And Washington's a good team. They're dangerous, and they kind of play similar to us in terms of analytically driven. But this would be a great win for us going into the All-Star break, having won 2 in a row at home. And then we turn right around and play them at their place after the break, which is interesting too, but they'll be fresh in our minds. But, we've talked about that a little bit, just like this is a chance for us to get on a little streak, but we know we have our hands full too.
Coach, with the Mystics having a couple of All-Stars and a lockdown defender in Brittany Sykes, what's been the overall message when it comes to playing them for the first time tonight? Yeah,
they're good. They're young, and they're playing. I think they're the youngest team in the league. I guess to answer your question, I think they lead the league in free throws. They do a tremendous job of spacing you out, and they're just trying to create an advantage where they're just going to put their head down and go. They're very athletic. Whether it's the Shakira Austin or Kiki or Sykes you mentioned, and I've been going through this as a rookie coach in this league. I've been blown away at the talent, and Sykes is one where I really studying them. It's like, dang, she is good. She is so athletic and fast and defensively everywhere, can get to the bucket. So I've been very impressed with her, and they should have 3 All-Stars in that regard because she deserves to be one.
Hey, Coach. You guys are 3rd in true shooting percentage in the league. Number 1, what does that tell you about your team and the shots that you guys are getting and the way that they're running the offense? And number 2, you are without players, and you've been having to funnel players in and out throughout the season so far. But when you hear that you are a top 3 shooting offense in the league, does that give you like a baseline going forward that when you guys are fully intact, you have a blueprint of what it can look like?
Yeah, absolutely. I do think offensively, we're in all categories, we're in the top half of everything, right? And where we've got to get better is defensively. We do. We know it. We're going to continue to grind that axe to that end. But yeah, I am confident. I'm humble about everything, but I'm confident in what we're doing offensively is the right thing. I know it can get better, and I know we will continue to tweak it and mess with lineups and stuff, but I do believe in the style of basketball to get the highest percentage shots. And I think we've done a pretty good job of that. And the thing that's hurt us offensively has just been turning it over. When we've taken care of the ball, we've been really tough to beat. When we don't, we're pretty beatable. And so that's been the biggest thing offensively that we have to clean up. But along that line too, though, I don't want them to play tight or, I think the best players, the best teams that I've been around and seen, watched, players play confidently and they play loose, right? They get into that flow. So if they're worried too much about turning it over, you play a little tighter, you play a little more reserved, and that's not the system. So it's kind of this balance of letting them have the freedom, but we've got to clean up those turnovers that, you know, we kind of bring on ourselves. Defense is going to create some, but the ones where it's like, come on, we got to clean that up. That's where we got to get better.
Hey Coach, someone who has obviously not been turning the ball over as of late, Julia Alamond, the 15 assists to just 2 turnovers over the last 3 games. What is that production a result of in your mind with her?
She's been phenomenal, and you know she has helped our team tremendously. Her being the starting point guard, it takes Kelsey, you know, the pressure off of her to bring it up and create. Getting her off the ball, I think, has helped KP as well. But Julie is just so steady, and that's how she is as a human being. She's just steady, consistent, and then just really, really smart. Understands, you know, where all 5 people need to be, what everybody's supposed to be doing. You know, so in that way, she keeps us organized out there. But then she's also really smart in that she understands who needs to get the shot. You know, she's going to do her job to do that, or what we need. You know, she constantly comes over and suggests a play or whatever, and I've never said no. It's always like, yep, good call. So she's just she's another extension of a coach out there.
We'll finish on Zoom with Cameron Ruby.
Hi Coach, Cameron Ruby from The Next. With the Mystics having won their last 3 games, what kind of stands out to you on film about how they found success, and then particularly in the 4th quarter, how does that affect the game plan?
Yeah, well, I think it affects the game. You know, I think it's something like 6 games they've been down 8 or 10 points in the 4th quarter, and they've come back to win, or some stat like that. You know, that just speaks to their resolve, and you know, they're not panicking. And so I told the team that this morning at shoot around, like, even if you get a lead against these guys, it's never safe. They're never going to quit. They're never going to stop competing, and I have a lot of respect for that. You know, that's a goal for every team. And I think part of that probably is some of their youth. They just keep swinging. But I've been impressed with their, you know, they've got good chemistry out there. They're running their stuff well. And defensively, they play a percentage D where they're seemingly, it looks like they're trying to not let you shoot threes. 3 is more than 2. That's the analytic piece of it. So, you know, we've got to do a good job of getting into the paint. And being patient, not taking the long 2s that we try to stay away from. They're going to give you those. And so we've got to be disciplined to just keep moving the ball, keep attacking to get the shot we want, not the shot they want us to take.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, see you afterwards. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
You've averaged 16, 3 and 3 in your last 3 games, but have you been improved over the year? Actually?
Just getting downhill, make sure I'm getting to my spots, playing off 2 feet, playing inside out.
So here, All-Star break is coming. What are you going to kind of do to relax and get yourself, you know, your mind refocused
the rest of the season?
I don't get a break, but I'm grateful for it. But definitely just taking a step away from basketball, having a little fun with it, going to the three-point contest, the game. So just making sure that I'm enjoying the time because it's going to go by really fast.
And you guys just offensively look like you are more ball movement, more player movement. How important has Julie Audemars been for you guys just to get you guys in your spots?
Yeah, Julie is a great facilitator, great teammate. So what she's able to do with the ball, we have confidence in her, but she's also able to get downhill, make the three, so you can't just sag off of her. She's way more than just a pass first point guard. So just having her, I feel like, has elevated our team.
For what you Go ahead.
It's obviously a new system that Coach is running. How are you more confident in it at this point in the season?
I feel like all I can do is be confident in it. Whatever they're giving, I have to trust it and be confident in it. Still learning it. Used to, getting to my jumpers and things of that nature, but making sure I'm showing every element of my game.
As a whole, do you feel like the whole team is moving in the same direction?
For sure. I feel like the team is very much trending in the right direction. We're knowing where we need to get to in our spots, and I played a little bit more of the last game as well. So just using our versatility to our advantage.
This is the first time you had double-digit scoring in 3 straight games. I mean, what are you seeing out there? Is the hoop starting to look a lot bigger?
Yeah, I feel like, again, just being aggressive, getting downhill. I feel like that's my strong suit, playing inside out, letting my at-the-rim game speak for itself, and then bringing it out a little bit more. So I feel like that's just what I've really been trying to focus on, being more aggressive from the jump.
What did you think of Azurá being humble at her press conference, and do you think she's an all-star?
Oh, she is an all-star. It's not a thought. I know she is, but her being humble, that's just Azurá. She comes in, put her head down, go to work. But she can pop it, and if not, I'm going to pop it for her. She is an all-star. She is top big in her class, not even her class. I just feel like she's really just come in and just done her work. We call her KDZ because she's just so versatile. She step back threes. That's just her game. So I feel like people need to wake up and stop sleeping on her.
From what you see now in Washington, what stands out about them?
About Washington?
Washington, yes.
Their length, their athleticism, them playing really well early on. Just need to match their intensity, if not beat it.
How does Ray Burrell being back speed up the game for you?
For sure. Ray being back makes my job a lot easier. She gets downhill. She's very hard to guard. So just having an energetic teammate like that always just bring the momentum.
What would have been the biggest message so far this season after getting to the break for yourself and you think for the team?
I would have to say just put your head down, going to work. No matter what is being asked of you, just got to do it. Just continue to work hard though.
How did it feel to stand on business against Connecticut?
It was fun, I feel like the refs were letting us play. I feel like that's fun basketball. That's what the people want to see. I don't feel like nothing was personal. What happens on the court happens on the court. We're going to bring social media, we can take it there too, but I don't take it to heart. I think it's fun. I love players that, dish it, talk back. I think that's fun basketball. That's how I grew up, so.
Emma said that you guys are getting more chemistry on and off the court. How are you guys building that off the court chemistry?
We just have fun. I feel like this is a really fun group. We go out, hang out, go to the lobby area, talk for hours about nothing. So I feel like just being ourselves, we just really been growing as a team off the court, and it's been really fun to witness.
Thanks for kidding.
What'd you have for breakfast?
Today, wait, what did I have today? Oh, I had a smoothie that Zach made me. It was really good. And I had French toast. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for being
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sparks Nation, I know you just enjoyed that game because it was truly BTA, especially there in the second quarter where the Sparks were able to take advantage, winning that quarter 33-12, and they pick up their second straight victory here at home, finishing at the break with just as many wins as they had last year, as they sit at 8-14. They win 99-80, knocking off the Washington Mystics. Michael Matthew, DJ Treacy Treats with LA Sparks Weekly. DJ, that went exactly how we thought it would be. It was clearly the best game from the Los Angeles Sparks this year. Talk about it.
I'm telling you right now, all you tweeters and deleters out there who thought we were crazy because the Sparks were going to be so terrible all season, I told you it just took some adjustment. Coach Lynn has been talking about it this whole time. We had faith in the squad. We knew that our team was very skilled. They just needed to click and get it really going offensively and defensively, and we saw that on both sides of the ball. It seems like, Michael, they were listening to the show before it even came out because we said that in our pregame. So I'm glad that the Sparks executed today. We got a lot to be proud of going into the All-Star break.
Yeah, just offensively, I really like, the defensive effort. We're going to talk about that. That was amazing today. But just offensively, they are in their bag right now. The way that ball is moving, the players are moving, space is being created. That's not only the players doing their job, but the coaches as well. Going with some small ball lineups to get Rakia to the floor at the 4. It is great basketball. But I got to give a shout-out to a lady. Y'all can't see her on the camera. She right behind us. But Julie Alamon, man, the way that she is point guarding this team, looking very Rajon Rondo-like. Making it easier for everybody. 10 assists. Only 1 turnover. She knocked down the 3 ball. That's all she needed today. And for this team, that's all she needs to do. But we got to talk about Julie Alamon because she has really shifted what we've seen from this team offensively.
And I think Julie Alamon was that puzzle piece that we were missing. There are a lot of people who have similar skill sets, but if the puzzle piece ain't shaped like it needs to be shaped, it don't fit. And Julie Alamon fits perfectly here with this Sparks squad. Listen, she ain't got to score no points. She just keep passing that ball she was passing that ball out there today. I know all of y'all who were at home watching saw how many plays were actually created because Julie is calm, collected. She is putting all her vets on and putting the ball in the right places. I ain't never seen so many perfectly timed passes for easy baskets under the bucket for the Sparks tonight, and I think that's all tribute to Julie Alamon, to be honest. They were just put in the best position to score because Julie Alamon got the ball in the right places.
And you guys are going to hear it in the presser. They're talking about space and pace, and that's what your point guard has to do to help your team win. And the way that she pushes the ball up, she gets the ball in the people's hands when they need to be, and she knows maybe I won't get the assist on the first pass, but if we get it moving early, when I get it back, that 5th one, I can create an assist and find somebody open. So Julie is playing masterful basketball at this point. I wish they had a game tomorrow because they're just in their bag right now. But it wasn't just offensively. Defensively, they were all over the place. They did their job. I believe that Ray Burrell was a big reason why just the energy that they play on that end has taken off. And you're going to hear, my guy Elam ask a Shakespearean question about, Ray Burrell. But talk about what she has been able to do with the team. And just talk about the defense because they were dominant tonight.
Yeah, we already knew what the team was going to be like. And this is why I was not being quiet about the Sparks were better than what the number was because Ray Burrell wasn't out there. You can't count nothing about the LA Sparks if Ray Burrell is not on the floor. We heard Coach Lynn just talk about her presence in the locker room. We see her presence out on the floor. She's super athletic. There's literally not one thing that Ray Burrell can't do. And her attitude is so positive. She is a hooper, a true bona fide hooper. So when everybody was making all these early season, pre-calculations and we lost Ray in the first 46 seconds, I knew that the moment she stepped back onto this court, things would change for the Sparks, and that is exactly what's happening right now.
And, shout out to Ray. She's doing her thing, playing well. She's a Nike athlete for a reason. They ain't giving you no bag if you ain't somebody. So she doing her thing. But don't just listen to us. As always, we have the post-game presser, of course, Coach Lynn Roberts, but she's joined by Kelsey Plum and Rakia Jackson. So check it out.
Hey, Coach. DJ from Infinity TV. quick question. You know, we had some press conferences here for the first half of the season where things weren't clicking and you were kind of figuring it out. Today, does it feel like this is giving us glimmers of what you were explaining to us and the system that you wanted to see?
Yeah, I think it does. You know, I think we're starting to figure it out, and you know, also getting players healthy helps. You know, getting who we designed everything for. But yeah, I do think so. And like a player like Rakia, just like taking off right now. It's really cool to see. But Dearica's getting hers, and but 28 assists on 38 made baskets, and the shooting percentages that we've had the last couple games. That's a direct correlation of shot quality, the shots you take, and that's the huge emphasis of what we're trying to do. So I'm proud of us. I'm proud of these guys for sticking with the process, because it's hard. You know, adversity is hard, and it challenges you, and it shows you what you're really made of. And we're not done, but I do feel like, to your point, things are starting to click.
Thank you.
Hey Coach, Jackie Ray TV, 2 questions. First, are you buying a new crimping iron? And, and second, Ray and Julie Alamont, they seem to really speed things up. Does that make things easier for everyone else to facilitate and really strive in their positions?
Regarding the hair, that's natural curl. There's no crimping iron, but I did have to get some product support from my girl KP here as to what styling gel to use. So, shout out, thank you. But yeah, so that I'm superstitious, so it'll stay this way. But yeah, Julie has been unbelievable. You know, she's had tonight 10 assists and 1 turnover. She's had, I think that's 25 assists and 2 turnovers in the last 3 or 4 games. That's just ridiculous. And like I've said, she just calms us down and gets, she was plus 22 today and scored 3 points. That's hard to do, right? So, her value cannot be understated. And Ray is just a firecracker, right? She just comes in and brings life and plays with speed and all the things that's nice to bring that off the bench.
Rakia, this one is for you. The last press conference, KP talked about just spacing that has really helped her open up, and it seems like with you being able to play some 4, you're getting that spacing as well. Is that a key part of why you're so successful these last 2 games?
I feel like the time we're just learning each other, coming down like, KP, you need space or you need screen. I feel like that just comes with experience and learning each other. So I feel like for the team, spacing is great. We're able to create our own shots. We're athletic. We're able to get to the rim. So I feel like spacing is a really good thing for us when we need it. And if we're not, we capitalize in other ways. But definitely spacing helps us a lot.
John Davis with the Southern California News Group. Rakia, can you talk to me about the intensity that you've played with over these last couple games? It just seems like, you, the rest of the team, everybody just stepping it up a notch, just showing that they just really want these wins.
Yeah, I feel like we've been starting on the defensive end. We've been letting our defense dictate our offense, and I feel like when we're doing that, the offensive end is really fun. We look really good, and I feel like tonight, especially in the first half, we were really disrupting them, not letting them do what they want to do. And Coach Lynn was just saying come out and punch first, don't wait, don't be too comfortable, get up in them early. But when we're aggressive from the jump, we're really good.
Lauren Jones, Lojo Media. For whoever wants to answer this one, obviously this is a key point in the season. You guys are clicking on cylinders. What do you think is the key for this All-Star break, that you keep that momentum as you kind of gear up for the second half of the season?
You're doing great.
Yeah, I mean it's great to start the break on a win, right? And I just think obviously schedule's been pretty crazy just for everyone in the league. So resting, get your body right, and then obviously we play Washington in Washington to start the break. So they're gonna come at us different. We know that. So just being prepared for that. But in the meantime, I think it's really good to just get mentally, physically, emotionally away to be able to reset and come back. But just remembering how these feelings feel, winning, building off of that, playing super collectively. Thought tonight was our best I know the numbers back it up, but in terms of like our pace and the way we shared the ball, the way it moved, we've got great shots. We've got great quality shots. So just got to continue to do that. And defensively, like Ricky said, like, you know, fly around, be super physical, and you know, we want to really protect home court. So this is a great opportunity to start to build on that.
Just a second part, quickly, you shared a moment with Cheryl Miller after the game. You know, obviously having the legends, and we've talked about this a little bit before, just how LA attracts the stars. What is it like to have those kind of that support, and what was it, if anything you want to share with them?
Yeah, Cheryl has just been tremendous. I have a previous relationship with her, and you know, so it's funny because I like during the first media, I look over, I see her, and I'm like, why don't you tell me, you text me, you tell me you're coming to the game. She said, I didn't want to bother you. I'm like, you would never bother me. But yeah, I think it's super important to just hold on to wisdom. You know, that's someone that's won at the highest levels, one of the greatest players to ever play our game. And when you're a great player, I think you see the game differently. And, you know, I just asked her to, like, keep staying in my ear. And, you know, Lisa also I asked her to, like, stay in contact with me, too, because I think that they bring a ton of wisdom and insight into, you know, trying to win at the highest level here, which is ultimately what, you know, I want to do. So, yeah, it was really great. She's an amazing human being.
Questions for Rakia. You've scored in double figures the last 4 games, and also your percentages have gone up to 50%. You know, for during that stretch. What's allowed you to be so efficient shooting from the field?
Just being aggressive from the jump, getting downhill. I feel like that's when I'm playing my best basketball, when I'm being aggressive from the jump, not, you know, overthinking and just taking what the defense give me, but doing it with pace. And again, I feel like when we're flying around on both ends of the floor, our pace and moving the ball as we do, we are going to play good. We have 3 people and 20 points and Azure 15, so it's just like that's just what we do when we're doing it on both ends like that, and it's just fun basketball.
Kelsey, you shot 60% from 3 today. Are you going to carry that momentum into the 3-point contest? And for all of you guys, are you going to do any like scouting, looking at folks during All-Star break, or are you just going to like take a break?
Don't jinx me, brother. Yeah, I saw the lineup today. I'm excited to be a part of it, and I'm just going to go out and have fun. And if we win, I'm buying everyone steak dinner. Ooh. Us first.
Coach, your guys' timing on passes on cutting actions have basically improved over the course of the season.
Yeah.
Can you speak to the team cohesion, at least as far as that goes? And also, what have you seen out of the big-to-big passing between Azure and Dearica, and how that's evolved in recent games?
I think, like what Rakia said, I think it's just time together. And, you know, I came in and asking them to play a way they've never played, a lot of them, and it just takes time. And that's why I am very grateful that they've bought in and they're giving us everything we have. And I think, you know, D and Azure are a tough combo for teams to defend. And, you know, both of them can catch just about anything. And, you know, so they just have good timing. And again, I think it's like what Kia said, like it's just time together. And in the system, it takes a minute. And I think you're starting to see that chemistry where they know where each other are going. They know the timing. We've worked on the stuff we're running, so they have more confidence in it. We just got to keep our foot on the gas as a group and, you know, continue to improve.
Dominique.
Hi, USC Annenberg Media, Kelsey and Rakia. You guys moved the ball very effortlessly tonight, and like even making that pass to Dearica and hitting the buzzer beater. What does that speak to y'all chemistry and how y'all celebrated that moment?
Yeah, I think that we attribute that a lot to obviously defensively getting stops. You know, when you're taking the ball out of the net and a team like that, I mean, they have a top 3 defense in the league, so they're able to set their defense. You know, it's 2 different looks. I think the other thing is we just played with a tremendous amount of pace. That's something that we can continue to use to our advantage, playing fast. And then we went small, we spread them out, and you know, D's someone that she sees one go in, the net gets big. So that was awesome, and we were just all like no one on our team would want anyone to hit a buzzer beater more from 3 than Dearica. You know, so we were just all super excited. And especially too, like the way it rolled in, it was just very like climactic. You know, it was like boom, 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 and then it like got in. So it was a great moment, and I just think it represented the style which we're trying to play moving forward.
Last 2 questions, Ira and then Eric.
Ira Gorbar at the LA Times. Coach, Coach, could you talk about how important such a dominating win like this is heading into the All-Star break and, a week off? Just having this sort of momentum going into a long break.
Yeah, I think you saw how bad we wanted this one, right? And it's been a tough first part of the season, and it feels really good to play 2 games in a row, play well, and to get a winning streak going and to protect our home court. But it certainly does make the break a little more fun. But we know we're not done, and my job during this break is to figure out where we need to get better and really look at it and study it and figure out where our deficiencies are and what we're really doing well and lean in on that and all those things. So I'm happy, and it certainly makes the break better, and I'm really proud of these guys, but I really am going to keep my foot on the gas and make sure that our team does the same.
Eric, last question.
Coach, congratulations. You guys have matched last season's win total at the break. Some people are a thermometer where they're able to tell you the temperature in the room. Very few people are thermostats where they're able to set the temperature in the room. There was about a 2-minute there was about a 2-minute period where Ray Burrell either scored, got an assist, got a rebound, or a defensive stop. How important is Ray Burrell to the culture and to what it is that you guys want to do defensively?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, she brings instant energy, whether you're walking down the hall or you're on the court. And Ray's challenge is to make sure that she keeps that channeled because she brings so much, right? And so trying to target that, and I thought in that first half she was phenomenal, and she put pressure on them, and she's just so athletic. But I love her spirit and her spunk and her laugh and all the things. But yeah, she's a great person to have in our locker room.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you in the second half.
Thank you all. See you later. It's like a curl.
Oh, okay. Thank
New to me. New to me.
No paid sponsorship today.
So we're back. We just heard from Coach Rakia and KP. You can just tell the energy is much different. We've been in pressers all season long, and we done dealt with some dark days.
That's why I asked that question straight out the gate.
I love it.
I was like, we need to open up the press conference and just address that the energy is different up in here.
Much different, and they got this win, and just everybody's hooping on all cylinders. You got 4 players in double figures. With Dearica leading the way, doing her thing. And I don't think that she gets enough credit. I know Azare, somebody that's playing well. She did her thing tonight as well. But the Sparks has looked so good, especially individuals, that you could have thrown Azare in the All-Star game, Dearica Hamby in the All-Star game, and then people wouldn't have been able to complain. Just talk about Dearica tonight, 26 points to lead the team.
I mean, me talking about Dearica tonight is me talking about Dearica every night. This is the most consistent person I have ever met in my life. Just covering Dearica for the past 3 years has changed my life as a human being. I have told her that because it's just like watching this person who has faced so much adversity. She's a parent. Okay, all I got is a dog, and it's already too much. But you watch how she's going to Amaya's games. She's being that parent. She's leading the force with the team. She's scoring efficiently. She's being the best that she can be. She's giving you that energy. She's not tired. You ask her to play 40 minutes, she'll play 40 minutes. Dearica is a Hall of Fame player. I don't care what nobody says. She is going to always and forever be a Sparks legend. Never bet against Dearica Hamby because that energy is something that is unmatched.
Yeah, and she is hooping and doing her thing, and she is a key, and she's going to be a key piece going forward. She was an all-star last year. Now she can finally get a little break and chill with her family and be ready to return to the action and playing some well. But, you know, coach just realizing, hey, this is closer to what we envisioned this group looking like these past 2 games.
Yeah.
So to finish the break winning 2 straight games, especially here at home, KP said it. She said, we want to make sure we protect home. They haven't been doing that this season. Now they have 4 victories here, and they're going to look to grow on that. But before we get out of here, DJ, as always, we have to give our players of the game. Who was that player for you that stood out in this big-time victory for the Sparks?
Now, usually, once I'm locked in, I don't switch up.
Okay.
I said Azarea at the beginning of the game, but I'm going to have to switch it up.
Okay.
Rakia Jackson gets my vote. Rakia from the D. Okay, she came.
Man.
We had a great interview with Ballin' in Basketball. She talked about Ballin' at the Beach. I'm sorry. She talked about her community impact.
Yep.
She talked about what kind of player she wants to be. She's looking like a great sophomore.
Yes.
She is the personification of what you want your rookie to turn into their second year. So Rakia Jackson is my player of the game. She's been on a tear, so I'm giving it to her tonight.
Yeah, last 4 games, double-figure scoring, hooping, shooting 50%, doing her thing. I picked her before the game because I just think that she's in her bag now. And then coaching is in their bag as far as putting her in spots to succeed, her being able to play some 4. That's what she played most of her life. Now she's able to do it. Rakia Jackson is also my player of the game. Hooping, like being aggressive, talking mess, you know, knocking
We need
down
her
shots.
in her villain era. We were talking about this.
Villain era, Rakia Jackson.
Yes.
I forgot to tell her, but I'll make sure I let her know. We need villain era Rakia Jackson because that's her in her bag doing her thing. So shout out to Rakia. Always fun interview.
Friend of the show, man.
Friend of the show. But it's All-Star break, DJ. We about to have some fun.
We are.
And I'm gonna be on the cruise going to Mexico.
Oh,
so I'm gonna have to watch the
going on
All-Star
vacation.
game from.
I'm gonna be in the studio,
just
watching it from YouTube.
Locked in. But you know, we got you covered. We'll be back when everything is going. Next Tuesday. Where, you know, they're going to be on the road facing against the same Washington Mystics. We'll be in studio for that. So be on the lookout. LA Sparks Weekly, Michael Matthew, DJ Treacy Treese. Enjoy your All-Star break. Go check out that game and watch KP win that 3-point contest. Peace.